fracking! Not for fracking!
If you could get an audience with Obama, what would you tell him?
I'd say if he's really interested in reducing global carbon emissions, he'd have to give up on fossil fuels altogether, including fracking, which will not save anything over coal when you consider all of the truck traffic, the diesel traffic, the escaping methane from the fracking operations. All of that actually probably makes a greater contribution to greenhouse gases than just burning coal. Although neither one is good, coal nor natural gas.
Go on the computer and look at the science in Pennsylvania and West Virginia and Texas and Wyoming and all the states that have been screwed up by fracking, sir. We have a water buffalo because of fracking in our neighborhood.
You live down in Pennsylvania?
I live in Pennsylvania.
Tell about Vera. He invited her. Why doesn't he go and visit?
Yeah, come on a tour and see what's going on. Our home is open to tours. We have a water buffalo and you're welcome to come and see it anytime. Franklin Forks, Pennsylvania, on the way to Scranton.
I've been there.
And your name?
Tammy Manning.
Ah, Manning well.
The Manning well.
It's good to meet you.
Thank you. You too.
President Obama, you're an intelligent man.
Right.
I think you're just listening to the wrong people. How can you take our precious water and just throw it away, never to be used again in the fracking well?
Oh, cool, good.
Please change your stance on energy drilling.
It's ridiculous to be flaring off methane in North Dakota and then come into our backyards and destroy our own water and contaminate our water where we live. Don't disappoint us, President Obama. Don't disappoint us. We need you to see the light. Water is more precious than gas. You can't drink gas.
Hey, Sandra!
Sandra!
You came! You came! Ban fracking now! Ban fracking now! Ban fracking now! Ban fracking now!
Obama!
Ban fracking now!
Obama!
Ban fracking now!
Obama!
Ban fracking now!
Obama!
Ban fracking now! Ban fracking now!
Ban fracking now!
Ban fracking now! Ban fracking now! Ban fracking now! Obama!
Ban fracking now!
Obama!
Ban fracking now!
Obama!
Ban fracking now!
Obama!
Ban fracking now!
Obama!
Ban fracking now!
Obama!
Ban fracking now!
Ban fracking now!
Obama! Ban fracking now! Ban fracking now!
The police line do not cross.
Save the water! Save our lives! Water is life! 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 Once you frack, you can't go back! Once you frack, you can't go back!
Once you frack, you can't go back! Once you frack, you can't go back!
Well, I think if we continue to dump and contaminate our groundwater, that I think we'll be in trouble. In Pennsylvania alone, just August 1st, 2012 to August 1st of 2013, there were 120 illegal toxic dumpings into the waters of the Commonwealth. And that is what was there were violations for. So how many more dumpings were there that we didn't know about?
Obama! 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 Ban fracking now! Ban fracking now! Ban fracking now! Obama!
President Obama, if the water looked like this at the White House, we'd be having a whole different conversation. It's not what it looks like, it's what's in it. About 27 different chemicals. Uranium, 4 types, barium, strontium, lithium, silica. ban fracking, release a moratorium. Let's get to the bottom of this. Reopen the Demick investigation, the Pavilion, Wyoming investigation, the Parker County, Texas investigation. All were stopped last year in August within the same 3-week period. We're hoping that wasn't political, but if it was, you've been re-elected. There's no problem with reopening all these. Can't hurt you politically. Please help us.
Don't allow fracking in the beautiful Finger Lakes region of New York. We depend on tourism, we depend on organic farming, and fracking will ruin all of that.
Well, President Obama, I support a great deal of what you do, but when it comes to natural gas, I think you're on the wrong side of history. It's a flawed technology. We're at the end of the fossil fuel age. You know, we need to move towards renewables. So you're a man of intelligence, of culture. You've won the Nobel Peace Prize. Let's hope you can win the Nobel Peace Prize for energy. So that's why we're here.
If you're able to get a private audience with the president, you got any choice words for him?
I would like to tell President Obama to listen to the people on the home front, the grassroots movement. We've been impacted. There are more than almost 1,600 people on the list of the harmed. We need to wake up. Fossil fuel is a thing of the past. We're ready to conserve, be energy efficient, and go to renewable energy now. There's no time for that gangplank of natural gas production.
So tell us about the list of the harm. And put the umbrella down a little bit.
The list of the harmed is a site compiled by Jenny Lissack of Pennsylvania Alliance for Water, Clean Water, and it's a marvelous collection of horror stories of families that have been impacted by compressor stations. So we usually think of water as being the only impact, but air, I would say, is predominantly one of the major impacts. Air with compressor stations, people who live in the gas fields, all over the United States. You can read these stories by going to Googling list of the harmed.
Be a little bit more considerate.
Don't frack New York. Oil and water don't mix. Gas and water don't mix. We have a beautiful area here. We have great farmland. We have clean air. It's way too important. The gas will stay there. We have plenty of time. Don't ruin it.
If you're able to get the president's ear, do you have a message for him today?
I'd say try to live up to what you ran for, what your platform was, which was clean energy. Learning center.
And I would like to have an explanation about the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
I wish I could explain it. I'll do my best. My best interpretation. One of the reasons why it's so unknown is because, boy, TPP is a real challenge, isn't it? It just doesn't have the pith. But it's my understanding is it's really like NAFTA on steroids. It's one of these. The key thing that we have to work on for the next 6 weeks is we have to make sure, because of its complexity, that we don't allow sneaky corporations and their friends in Congress to fast track it. So we're fighting fast tracking. Fast tracking is a process that allows legislation to slipstream right through the political process, essentially without any open hearing, without any hearings and comments in Congress. So it's not debated on the floor of Congress. So we want to stop fast track on this complex Trans-Pacific Partnership.
I have heard that, like, as soon as the export terminals are built for liquefied natural gas, that there would be no possibility under existing trade agreements to restrict the exports. That would be considered a restraint on trade in
I
violation.
suspect it probably would be. That sounds accurate. If you've got anything going on with under these trade agreements, any interruption to them by the people. Let's say the people of Long Island decide, we thought that the Port Ambrose port was going to be great and it's halfway built, but we decided that it's really dangerous for our community and we want it stopped, and the people decide to stop it. And if it's already part of some international agreement, if we stopped it, the cost of stopping it would be added to the cost of whatever harm was done to the trade, to the profits of the foreign corporations that were expecting to make money on that. And for me, this is a very complicated agreement. I don't wish to learn entirely. What I wish to have happen is experts have access to it, that a public, that thorough congressional hearings are held, and that we do not fast track this legislation or this trade agreement. Do not fast track it, please.